Atamız dediğiniz gibi hem sevincde hem kədərdə Türkiye ve Azerbaycan birdir. Bugün Azerbaycan vətən mücadiləsi verir. Bugün Azerbaycanda vatan savaşı var. Bugün topraklarımızı erməni işğalindən azad edirik. Ve burada da kardeş Türkiye tam olarak Cumhurbaşkanı Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan'ın liderliğinde tam olarak bizim yanımızdadır. 7'den 70'e herkes bizlere hem manevi hem her türlü yüreğinden geçen desteği verir. Ve bu da her zaman Türkiye ve Azerbaycan halkının bir millet, iki devlet olduğumuzun bir göstergesidir. Bunun en güzel simgesi de tabii ki burada Türk kardeşlerimizin her bir soruda bugün verdiği Azerbaycan'ın mücadelesinde de yüreğinden geçen, duygularından gelen her bir şeyi bizden esirgemesidir. Allah her zaman bizim bayraklarımızı yüksekte etsin. Necə ki bugün Azerbaycan bayrağı, Türk bayrağı, onların hiçbir farkı yok. Birbirinin yanındalar ve her zaman da ucalarda, yükseklerde dalgalanacaklar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Gunlar, good day. On this solemn occasion of commemorating the death anniversary of the founder of the Republic of Turkey, Turkish first president and great leader Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, I, on behalf of the people and government of Bangladesh, take this opportunity to pay rich tribute to him. We highly commend the sacrifices and contribution he has made for his beloved country, which has over the decades won him deep admiration and respect of the world. He has become a beacon of inspiration for freedom-loving, patriotic, enlightened people across the globe. I feel deeply privileged and honored to be speaking at such an auspicious occasion, and I wish to thank the Turkish authority for offering me this opportunity. The bilateral relations between the People's Republic of Bangladesh and the Republic of Turkey are based on mutual respect, friendship, trust, solidarity, and reciprocity. The relations have been historically deep and have been tested by time. The Bengalis of undivided pre-partition India were emotionally aligned to the cause of the Turkish War of Independence led by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, and they did not hesitate to show solidarity with the aspirations of the new Republic of Turkey founded by Atatürk. The nationalist anti-colonial stirrings among the Bengalis during the era of the British Raj were strongly evident, and the population of Bengal was to become deeply captivated by the profound and historic changes that were implemented by the Turkish leader Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. The influence of Atatürk on the psyche of the independence-loving population of Bengal was truly significant and far-reaching. A spellbound witness to the ushering of a new era in the newly founded Republic of Turkey, the great Bengali poet and subsequently Bangladesh's national poet Qazi Nazrul Islam penned his glowing tributes to Atatürk in a remarkable poem of 258 verses entitled Kamal Pasha. The magnificent poem immortalizes Atatürk's victory at Sakarya. Nazrul's poem had in a stroke turned the valiant Turkish leader into a household name in pre-partition Bengal. During the independence struggle of Bangladesh, our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, drew inspiration from the valor and spirit of Atatürk. A man of enlightened pragmatism and deep-seated nationalism who had freed the Turkish people from the yoke of suffering and agony. Since the independence of Bangladesh, the two countries have engaged in strengthening foundations of trust, friendship, solidarity, and cooperation. As a manifestation of friendship, Kemal Atatürk Avenue, one in Dhaka and another in Chattogram, were named after Mustafa Kemal Pasha Atatürk. Two roads, one in Ankara and another in Izmir, were named after Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. A statue of Atatürk is going to be erected in the Kemal Atatürk Avenue in Dhaka, and a bust of Bangabandhu is going to be installed in the Bangabandhu Boulevard in Ankara soon. We appreciate Turkey for maintaining democracy, significant achievement and advancement in the field of economy, science, technology, and development initiatives, which earned international recognition. We also commend Turkey for so successfully dealing with the deadly COVID-19. Bangladesh has also earned commendable successes in maintaining political stability, economic upliftment and emancipation, and improving the standard of life. Bangladesh is poised to achieve its Vision 2021 and Vision 2041 towards a developed country under the pragmatic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I also take this opportunity to condole the death and destruction caused by the recent powerful earthquake in Izmir. Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, and Honorable Foreign Minister, His Excellency Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, have sent separate condolence messages to their Turkish counterparts, expressing their deep sorrow and sympathy. Bangladesh is ready to extend all supports and cooperation to Turkey in all calls of need. Let me also reiterate our sincere appreciation for the solidarity and support of Turkey towards Bangladesh on the Rohingya issue. I, on behalf of the government, would like to thank Honorable President, His Excellency Recep Tayyip Erdogan, for his cordial support and goodwill for that cause. I wish the people of Turkey continued peace, happiness, and long life. Long live Bangladesh-Turkey relations. I thank you all.
Turkey and Pakistan enjoy unparalleled and unique relations that do not need an introduction. The abiding ties between Pakistan and Turkey go beyond the inception of the two states. Muslims from the areas that now constitute Pakistan were at the forefront of supporting their Turkish brethren in their war of independence. A little earlier, the victory of Turkish forces in the Çanakkale battle was a testimony to the ultimate leadership, bravery, and military strategy of the great leader Ghazi Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. In that struggle, many Muslims from South Asia, including Abdur Rahman Peshawari, fought shoulder to shoulder with our Turkish brothers. To Pakistan's national poet Allama Muhammad Iqbal, Atatürk's struggle for a democratic Turkey represented a good example for Muslim Renaissance. Iqbal was a firm supporter of Turkish modernism under Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. Similarly to the founder of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Atatürk was a good precedent to follow for the struggle for Pakistan. On the death of Atatürk, Jinnah said that Atatürk was the foremost figure in the Muslim East. Upon the passing away of Ghazi Mustafa Atatürk, All India Muslim League, the party responsible for the creation of Pakistan, passed a resolution mentioning that Atatürk's memory will inspire Muslims around the world for perseverance and to struggle for their independence. When Turkey established its embassy in Karachi, Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the first Governor General of the country, while accepting the letter of credence of the Turkish ambassador on 4th March 1948, said, "The exploits of your leaders in many a historic battlefield, the progress of your revolution, the rise and career of the great Atatürk, his revitalization of your nation by his great statesmanship, courage, and foresight, all these stirring events are well known to the people of Pakistan." as pointed out by noted Turkish diplomat and historian Bilal Shimshir, while responding to the condolence message from the Muslims of Pakistan at Cambridge University, England, on the demise of Ataturk, the Turkish ambassador in London, Ali Fateh Okyar, thanked the Muslims of Pakistan. This may perhaps be the first diplomatic mission to recognize the existence of Pakistan 9 years before the creation of the country itself. This unique distinction was symptomatic of the nature of the relations that were going to exist between Pakistan and Turkey. Today, we are the proud inheritors of the centuries old bond of Pakistan Turkey brotherhood and friendship. It is for us to carry forward this glorious tradition and this sacred trust and to give it to our future generations.